Hello and welcome to Morning Afterglow. This morning we're going to take another look at Hebrews chapter 12 verses 14 through 17, which was the textual focus of the sermon yesterday morning. One of the most striking words in that text, and perhaps it is a surprising word to be so striking, is the word pursue. The text in verse 14 says, "Pursue peace and sanctification. Pursue peace with all men and sanctification, without which no one will see the Lord." And I was thinking about the Christian life. If you and I could use a metaphor for the Christian life, what would it be? Would it be sitting on the couch and watching TV? Would it be sitting out on the deck on a nice warm sunny day sipping tea? What is the Christian life like? Well, sometimes the Bible uses very helpful terms in describing the Christian life for us, and it does so here in this word pursue. And this whole idea of pursuit or straining to go forward is an idea that is used. Paul talks about that in 1 Corinthians chapter 9. He has some aspect of that in Philippians chapter 3 when he talks about we're to press on for that high calling of God in Christ Jesus. In other words, the Christian life is not a lazy life. It's not a life that sits down and says, I have nothing to do. The Christian life is a life of push and strain, and yes, even hard work. Yeah, there certainly are times and there are blessings in the Christian life that give us peace and rest, and we're told to wait on the Lord, and all of those things, they're really, really important. And yet we're called in our discipleship to follow Jesus Christ, to bear our cross and walk after Him. And sometimes that's really hard. What are we to push for? What are we to strain to do? Well, our text says in Hebrews 12, we're to pursue peace and we're to pursue holiness. If we'll keep those two things in mind, it'll help us a lot as we think about what makes for peace in our hearts, peace with God, and peace with other people. And what is holiness here in this decision? What's the holy decision? What's the right decision? What will God think about this? So often I've thought about the fact that in the Old Testament, particularly in the Kings, when they're talking about each king and how well they did or how well they did not do, it'll say they did what was wrong in the eyes of the Lord, or they did what was right in the eyes of the Lord. To ask ourselves that question, what will God think about this choice of a word, or that behavior, or that action, or how I treat that individual? These things are really important for us, and it takes hard work to keep that in mind, but it's very, very important that we do that. We get tired. Do you ever get tired? I'm tired. I'm tired today. But we must always do our best. We never feel like we've done enough. I know that. We never feel like we've done it totally right. I'm the same way. But we're called to do the best we can and to trust God to bless us and help us and strengthen us and to give us the ability to do better next time. Obviously, that brings us to prayer, doesn't it? To ask God to help us. I'm praying for you today that as you go into your week, as you engage people in relationships at school or work or wherever you live and whatever you do, I pray that God will help you to run well the race that He has set before you. I pray for you that you will pursue peace and holiness, and may God bless you as you do that. It's been good to share with you this morning. I'm glad you've joined us, and I'll look forward to our next time together on Morning Afterglow.